All right, happy Sunday, everyone. What is going on? D. Joseph here on this beautiful Sunday. It is very windy today. I just got out of church. It was a great service. So what my church is doing now, we're in a new season of the Word, and our title's been Villains. So we're on our third week of Villains. We talk about Pharaoh. Today was Judas. You know, Judas turning against Jesus. Man, I tell you this, as human beings, as Christians, as followers of Christ, we shall not be selfish. We shouldn't stab anybody in the back, no matter what. You know, Jesus says, love your enemies. Do good for them. If they slap you on one side of the cheek, give them the other cheek. If they command you to take your coat off to give it to them, just give it to them. Offer your shirt to them. Do not try to get it back. Do not try to fight. Do not do anything. Because God says He will fight your battles. All you have to do is just be still. See, that's walking with Jesus is like. You know, we'll get spit on, we'll get everything. And yes, we're humans at the end of the day. We're not going to like these things. That's why it's not good to grow hatred or anger. But God knows we're humans. We have emotions. We have feelings. We're not going to like certain things, you know. That's why there is evilness in this world. And things like that will happen. It will happen. If somebody comes up to you with a gun and pointed at your head, and they demand whatever they're demanding, just give it to them. Because God sees God sees every single thing like that. Every single thing. And it happens all the time. All the time. No matter where you go, that will happen. But God will bless you. If somebody demanded, like, your whole wallet, give them your wallet. Now, as crazy as that sounds, like, you have your ID, you have your license, you have whatever cash in there, your credit cards, and so on. God will bless you. That's why you got to follow Jesus and know Jesus. Because if these things happen to you, let it happen. Because God will put beyond blessings upon you and give you better things in life. He'll give you better money. He'll give you a better ID, you know? God can do anything. Nothing's impossible for God. So that's why we can't turn our backs on somebody. We can't stab somebody in the back. You know, there's people that have done that. I've seen it. It's crazy how people can stab somebody in the back. You can stab your own best friend in the back. People do that. People do. And it's a shame. Because, you know, it's amazing. Jesus said things before it happened. Like, He knew Judas was going to turn on Him. He knew that Judas was selfish. He knew that Judas is a thief and a liar and doesn't care about anybody except for him and getting money. That's how terrible Judas was. But you know, Jesus knew that Judas was going to do this. Because when they sat at the table, because Jesus said, somebody here is going to turn on me, is going to turn against me. And all the disciples looked at each other like, what is He talking about? Who is He talking about? Like, and one of the disciples looked at Jesus and said, Lord, who is it? Who is going to turn on you? Jesus didn't even say who it was. But He looked at Judas. Jesus dipped the bread in the water, gave it to Judas. He gave Judas the money bag and sent him out to go get more products, more items. The fact that Jesus looked at Judas. Disciples still didn't catch on. They still didn't catch on who it was. They just thought, like, all right, Jesus told Judas to do this. They didn't catch on. And to be honest, if we were sitting there with Jesus, we probably wouldn't have caught on as well. Because if the disciples didn't catch on, we probably wouldn't catch on. Like, not even close. So, with that being said, Judas took the money bag, because right then and there, Satan went inside Judas. Judas got possessed by Satan, and Jesus said, hurry up and do what you're going to do. Because Jesus knew Judas was the one that was going to rat out where Jesus was. So, Jesus knew Satan was inside of Judas. He knew. The fact that he knew still blows my mind. Because Jesus is the Son of God. Jesus has God's power, you know? And the fact that he knew Satan was inside and that Judas was going to be the one to turn on him. It happened. It happened that night. They were having the Last Supper. Then Judas went out. Then he told the guards where Jesus was. Then it was time. The guards locked up Jesus and put him in prison. Till they came with the conclusion to hand Jesus over, and did what they did. You can see the guilt on Judas. You can see the guilt. He was so selfish because they were going to pay Judas a certain amount of money if he turned in Jesus. You know, with the Roman soldiers. And it happened. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. Long story short, Jesus got crucified. He went through the pain and suffering. Judas saw it. I don't know what the disciples really did to Judas. Like, he went to hiding for sure. And Judas, we'll say this, he is in hell. He's in hell. He did commit suicide. He killed himself. You know, after, you know, things happened. Because he knew what he did. He stabbed Jesus in the back. He turned on Jesus. Of course Jesus was hurt. Jesus died by a broken heart. But his love was still great because he died for us. So we don't have to go through what he did. So I'll say this for you guys. Don't be a backstabber. Don't let evil get upon you. If it does, let it happen. Give somebody whatever they're asking for no reason. Because Satan is inside them, but pray over them. You could prophesy over them. You know? Because you'll have blessings because of Jesus. So, I love you guys. Just spread the love of God, man. And that's it. You know, trust Jesus, have faith in Jesus, spread his word, listen to him, do his will, and he will have his blessings always. So I love you guys. Thank you for listening and coming along this journey with me. It's a beautiful Sunday.